Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Tennessee High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the USA Today Network and presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans of Tennessee. Featuring the voice of the Tennessee Titans, Mike Keith.
Competition. It has defined you since you were a little kid. Shouting the loudest, running the fastest. This passion grew into a love for all sports. It consumed you. But in high school, something changed. You're not just competing. You're part of something bigger. Wearing your jersey to school on game day means something. You have school spirit. Pride in your school makes your heart bigger, weaknesses fewer. That part of you that wants to crush it every time you step on the track, it's stronger too. That's why you don't complain about workouts at 6 a.m. And school pride isn't exclusive to you and your teammates. Your coach has it. Screaming grandparents in the stands, they have it too. That lump in your throat you get when you run onto the field before the game, that's what happens when you represent a legacy. A school spirit can come from a great mascot and school colors. It can come from dominating a team rival across town. But to your friends, parents, and the community, school spirit comes from you.
The spirit of competition in our high schools has never been stronger. We support the parents, teachers, and coaches of all the student athletes of Tennessee. We support you.
Yeah, I'm back in, I'm back on. Stand up like backbone, I'm beast mode, I'm so strong. Go hard or go home. No stopping, I can't stop. I will not lose, I'ma always win. Now let the games begin now. Go hard like A-Day. It's game time like game day. I ball hard and clutch play. It's game time like game day. Now let the games begin. Now let the games begin.
And here are your hosts from ESPN, Seth Greenberg and LaPhonso Ellis.
Fonzarelli.
Yes.
This is like the Duke, North Carolina of high school award shows.
Well, it's got to be ACC. How about back in the day, Notre Dame, UCLA?
These kids weren't even born back then, Fonz. Come on, give me a break here.
My bad.
Welcome, everyone, to the High School Sports Award Show, where school bells and buzzer beaters ring equally loud, and the nominees are as versed in their X's and O's as their E equals MC squared.
Wow, that's right, Coach. Tonight we're going to celebrate the best high school athletes in the state. We're going to give it up for players from a veritable spectrum of sports. We'll also show some love for teams and coaches, as well as crown the male and female Athlete of the Year.
Fonz, you are killing me with that Notre Dame degree. If you're going to go bust out phrases like variable spectrum of sports at the top of the show, like I went to Harvard on a Hackensack, I'm going to go have to get my thesaurus.
Come on, Coach, you're a smart guy. You already quoted Einstein. Looks like we both hit the books to prepare for these kids.
We also brought some heavy hitters along the way to help celebrate their achievements. We're talking about names like the legendary Aaron Rodgers, the incomparable Alex Morgan, and the unstoppable Big Aristotle, Shaquille O'Neal. You played against Shaq, right?
Yes, I did.
And how'd that go? Did he name a dunk after you?
Praise God, he did not. Man, I'm so glad that social media wasn't around that time. I'm confident it would have been all over the place and I would have been a consistent meme.
A meme. Funny you mentioned social media because we have a lot going on over there. And here to explain the third part of our team, Abby Labar.
Hey Volunteer State, we have a lot of Tennessee athletes to celebrate and we know you are up for the challenge. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using our hashtag. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown in the social media feed on the show website. Plus, one lucky person using the hashtag on Instagram or Twitter will receive an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight.
Question for you, Fonz. If 60% of the human body is water, what percentage of Katie Ledecky is at home in the pool?
Well, she won her first Olympic gold medal in London as a 15-year-old. She then added 4 more Olympic golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. I'd say 100%.
She was pretty good. You're correct, sir. Guess that's why we've got her to present our Swim and Dive Awards.
Hey all you swimmers and divers out there, it's Katie Ledecky. This is an Olympic year, which means the whole world gets really into our sports for the summer. And they get very excited to see their favorite swimmers touch the wall or their divers make a clean entry. But they don't know, like you all know, the thousands upon thousands of laps and dives that went into that winning moment. So I just want to tip my swim cap to all you guys who put in the long hours in the pool. Because when those victories come, they're so much sweeter when there are a bunch of folks out there who know what it takes to make it to the podium. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Gretchen Walsh of Harpeth Hall High School.
Gretchen Walsh capped her illustrious Tennessee high school swimming career with more state championship honors and quite nearly breaking her own record. The Harpeth Hall senior came 0.02 of a second away from breaking the National Independent School 50-yard freestyle record, which she happens to own. Still, she picked up another 50-yard free state title and also repeated as the 100-yard freestyle state champion. Widely considered one of the best swimmers in the country, Walsh will swim next year at the University of Virginia alongside her sister, where she will immediately become a contender for individual NCAA titles as well.
Congratulations, Gretchen. Way to lead the state. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Sam Powell of McCallie School.
Sam is Tennessee's top male swimmer after a record-setting showing at the state championships in late April. Poe set the Tennessee state record in the 100-yard backstroke and also won a state championship in the 200-yard freestyle, posting an All-American qualifying time as well. Poe was a member of McCallie's state champion 200-yard medley relay team. The junior will be a sought-after target by prominent Division I college swimming programs entering his senior season.
Congratulations, Sam.
Fonzarelli, what's the best score you ever put up?
68.
Fonz, you were the 7th pick in the draft. I understand you're a world-class athlete, but that 68, it had to be on like putt-putt.
Well, do foot wedges and all of that count?
I don't know. Did you ever get 68?
On the front 9.
How about as a player? Like a basketball player?
Well, I mean, give me a break, Coach. I'm kind of a hoops first kind of guy. So we're talking about golf now?
Yeah, golf, like the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition. Unlike us, Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success between the ropes. With 4 tour victories and 2 top 10 finishes in majors, and now he's going to show us the best golfers in the state.
Hey everybody, PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here. I just want to say to all you golfers out there, well done. Y'all are hitting the ball further these days than golfers from my generation could even dream about when we were in high school. The way you embrace new techniques, technologies, and teaching methods, it's pushing our game to new heights and even lower scores. And with all the social media distractions these days, you guys still have shown the mental toughness to excel in a sport that makes tremendous demands on that space between your ears. So take out your favorite club, raise it over your head, and use it to give yourself a pat on the back. Job well done. Y'all have certainly earned it. Now let's give out some awards today. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Golfer of the Year is Kara Carter of Sullivan South High School.
Kara Carter defended her one large state title with a 6 under 138, tied for the best score by any Tennessee girls golfer at overall states. The Xavier commit fired a 6 under 66 in her final round to win, the 5th best individual round in state history, and her 138 is the 4th best score in state history.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Kara. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Golfer of the Year is Lance Simpson of Farragut High School.
Tennessee commit Lance Simpson went low at the Division I Large State Tournament, posting a 13 under score over 2 days to win his 2nd individual state title in 3 years. His 131 was the 2nd best tournament score in state history.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Lance.
Carrie Walsh Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
Once that ticket is punched, I'm in a different world.
Unbelievable! This place is exploding! Look at these fans. This is Nissan Stadium. One of the greatest, most exciting games we've ever had at Nissan Stadium.
If you hadn't experienced it, you've got to get a ticket, one ticket, and go.
They call her 6 feet of sunshine, and not just because you often find her on the beach.
Seth, I wish I was on the beach right now. No, it's because Carrie Walsh Jennings is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history, with 3 gold medals as well as a bronze.
She stepped off the sand to show us the best volleyball players in the state.
Hey guys, it's Carrie Walsh Jennings, and I am so honored to be a part of this show that celebrates high school athletes. You don't have to make a living playing sports to know the value of high school athletics. The lessons you learn, the memories you make, the challenges you overcome, they will all help you as you continue on your journey through life. And if you really work hard at it, it can take you all around the world, or even to the top step of the podium. And your honorees for Volleyball Player of the Year are and the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Volleyball Player of the Year is Shea Eggleston of Brentwood High School.
Shea Eggleston is Tennessee's Volleyball Player of the Year after leading Brentwood High School to a 38-3 record and the program's 8th consecutive Class 3A state title. The powerful outside hitter piled up 490 kills and added 269 digs while repeating as the state's Gatorade Player of the Year. Bound for Alabama in the fall, Eggleston's stellar senior year landed her on the Under Armour All-America team.
Congratulations, Shea, on being the best in Tennessee.
Fonzarelli.
Yes.
You want some real inside sports knowledge? A tip to show up your friends? If so, then pay attention to the Rising Stars Award. It's all about the up-and-comers, the phenoms who are just getting started. but still pushing the more experienced competitors to their limits, because the names you hear today can be the all-stars of tomorrow.
Here are your finalists for the Tennessee Rising Star of the Year.
Cooper Haynes was a leader for Briarcrest Christian boys basketball as a freshman this season and is already attracting Division I offers. Jordan Potts showed his potential when he threw 5 touchdown passes against South Doyle High. Mency Stiff shattered the state shot put record as a sophomore.
And the winner is?
Mency Stiff is the state's rising star after taking her game to new heights over the offseason. Competing on the big stage at the Division II 2A state meet for the first time this spring, Stiff made sure she was ready. She trained throughout the quarantine on her own, going to a nearby school in Marshall County where she would FaceTime with Steve Wade for feedback. It wasn't the same as in-person workouts, but it gave her a chance to get tips while the sport was shut down due to COVID-19. Stiff reaped the rewards for that hard work at the state this season, shattering the state's 37-year-old shot put record and challenging the discus throw record to boot. As a double state champion, Stiff will be an athlete to watch in track and field for years to come.
Congratulations. Great job. If you don't know the name Martina Navratilova, you should. She's one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket.
I wish I had her drop volley game. She won 18 Grand Slam singles titles in her long career, and her 59 total major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the open era. She's also an author, equal rights advocate, and even an actor.
Martina can do it all, including presenting our awards in tennis.
Hey guys, Martina Navratilova here. You know, our sport is one of the few where teenagers routinely announce their arrival on the world stage. But it's also a sport that millions play well into their 70s or even 80s. The sport you've chosen to play in high school, to dedicate thousands of hours of your time, it is a lifetime sport. All of those hours can pay dividends in your future, dividends in your career, your health, your quality of life. So I'd like to congratulate all the honorees tonight, but I also want to congratulate all of their teammates, their coaches, and of course parents, because they all played a part, not only in your recognition now, but in your recognition as success in the future. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Tennis Player of the Year is Maeve Thornton of Knoxville Catholic High School.
Maeve Thornton followed a sophomore season at Knoxville Catholic in which she proved herself against the best the state had to offer. A 5-star recruit, ranked number 56 in the country in the class of 2023, Thornton was perfect throughout her road to the spring fling. She won the Division II East Region Championship and helped Knoxville Catholic to a Division II team title.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Maeve. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Tennis Player of the Year is Baylor Cy of Montgomery Bell Academy.
It's tough to have a better spring than Baylor Cy, already considered the top tennis recruit in Tennessee. Cy raised his profile nationally, rising to become the #1 recruit in the country. The Montgomery Bell senior went undefeated in the regular season despite playing a grueling schedule and with a target on his back, entering the year as the reigning Division II AA state champion. Cy is Ivy League bound, planning to continue his tennis career at the University of Pennsylvania.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Baylor.
Fonz, a lot of people dream about running a marathon. I'm not one of them. This guy usually runs one before breakfast.
Wow, Dean Karnazes has won the Badwater Ultra Marathon. That's 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. Later, he ran a marathon at the South Pole in negative 35 degrees. In fact, this best-selling author once ran 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Whoa, Fonz. I think I just pulled something. I'm not sure. I think it's my hamstring. Tell you what, Fonz. We'll let Dean present the cross-country awards. And me, I need to find a massage chair. 50 marathons in 50 days?
I'm going with
really?
you.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. Running is the most elemental of all sports. There are cave paintings of runners that date back over 15,000 years. They found a record of a running competition in Ireland almost 4,000 years ago. And guess what the first event was at the ancient Olympic Games in 776 BC? That's right, a foot race. Running is in our DNA. You cross-country athletes are just better at it than most folks. So keep on keeping on, because running is special. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross-Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Cross-Country Runner of the Year is Jenna Hutchins of Science Hill High School.
Junior Jenna Hutchins blew past the competition at state and was more than 90 seconds faster than any other runner in Tennessee in the 5,000-meter race. For the season, no one ever beat her in the 5,000-meter, and she took home 8 golds in that race. If that wasn't enough, she made headlines when she ran her personal best at the Running Lane National Cross Country Championship 2 weeks later with a time of 15 minutes, 58.42 seconds, the nation's fastest time this fall.
Congratulations on being the best in the state of Tennessee, Jenna. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Aiden Britt of Lebanon High School.
Aiden Britt won the large class state championship in come-from-behind fashion, taking the lead over the final 800 meters to win 6.43 seconds ahead of the runner-up. Over the season, he won 6 of 7 5K races that he entered and took home the title in the Memphis Fall Track Classic.
Congratulations on being the best in the state of Tennessee, Aiden.
Ever have someone tell you just roll with it? Well, Chris Barnes followed their advice. He has claimed 19 PBA Tour titles during his 20-plus year bowling career. A 2018 PBA Hall of Fame inductee. He's rolled 55 perfect games and is the only bowler in history to win the Collegiate Player of the Year, the PBA Rookie of the Year, the PBA Player of the Year, World Cup Champion, and World Singles Gold Medal. Not a bad way to roll.
Hey everybody, Chris Barnes here. Bowling is that rare sport where perfection is literally within our grasp every time we step on the approach. But there is so much more to get out of this amazing game. From physics to friendships, tenacity to teamwork, bowling is a great teacher. But it's one of those really fun, cool teachers who might be tough on you at times, but who years from now you're going to look back on and can't conceive of your life without them. I know I sure can't. I was lucky I met my wife through bowling, and talk about a perfect game. Of course hers, not mine. So congrats to all you athletes who knows a bird dog from a bucket and a ham bone from a ringing 10. And here's hoping you're striking for years to come and we see you bowling on TV someday. Here are your honorees for the Female Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are the Tennessee Female Bowler of the Year is Kaylee Chanel of Hardin County High School.
Kaylee Chanel became the 6th individual state champion in Hardin County bowling history after beating Elizabeth Kuda in the final round to win her first state title. It's the 3rd consecutive year Chanel finished in the top 3 at state, and now she joins her older sister as a Tennessee state champion. Kaylee plans to continue her bowling career at Vanderbilt next year.
Way to go, Kaylee! And now for the guys' lane. Here are your honorees for the Male Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Bowler of the Year is Devin Littlejohn of Hardin Valley Academy.
Littlejohn grabbed the Division I state championship title after bowling a 238 in the final round. Littlejohn became Hardin Valley Academy's first individual state champion, and it was his first season bowling for Hardin Valley as part of a co-op with his full-time school, Oak Ridge.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Devin.
Good evening. I'm Anthony Kimbrough with Farm Bureau Health Plans. This time last year, we thought we'd be with you in person this evening. And although we are not all seated in a theater tonight, we're confident Tennessee Sports Awards nominees will soon be walking that red carpet again. And whether in person or virtual, this is the 6th time our company has sponsored the High School Sports Awards in Memphis, Knoxville, and Nashville. And it's the 6th time I've had the privilege then of speaking to you, the best of our state student athletes and their families and friends. I'm thankful we still have the opportunity to celebrate you, the young men and women who have contributed so much of your time and talent to high school athletics across this state, especially in light of the significant challenges we all face, and especially you over the past year. And though we may be spread out across Tennessee once again in this virtual environment, our pride in your achievements has never been greater. You have most certainly earned the awards being announced this evening, along with our sincere congratulations. Thank you for allowing Farm Bureau Health Plans to celebrate you.
We've seen some great performers all over Tennessee, but sometimes it's an athlete's work and dedication outside of sports that raises their game to the next level. Let's meet some of Tennessee's very impressive student leaders.
Leadership Award, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans of Tennessee. The Leadership Award recognizes student athletes who are exemplary leaders within their community and in their sport. The honorees don't hesitate to put their teammates and coaches first, while demonstrating sportsmanship at all times. These qualities carry over into the classroom and in their communities. They are role models and trailblazers, leading the way for their peers both on and off the field. And the Leadership Award finalists are
and the winner is
University School of Nashville senior Isha Karam was instrumental in developing the school's green roof project. And that's why she's the recipient of this year's Leadership Award. The soccer and track athlete dedicated her free time to the project in her pursuit of sustainability and climate justice. She helped design the roof and helped create curriculum for USN to companion the project. On top of these efforts, Karam is also the editor-in-chief for the school's The Peabody Press and was named Tennessee's 2021 Student Journalist of the Year.
Congratulations, great job.
Michael Johnson dominated sprinting with this unique upright style of running for the most of the 90s. Nicknamed Superman, his 16 major international medals, every one of them gold.
Wow. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, this speedy Texan hung up his spikes. And yet, to this day, the U.S. record in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
But in his retirement, hasn't run like one of his races. 3 years ago, at just 50 years old, Michael suffered a stroke and left him wondering if he would ever walk again. But with the same determination he showed on the track, he tackled intense physical therapy, making an inspiring and full recovery.
So to present the awards in track, it is my honor to welcome Superman, Michael Johnson.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here. One of the great things about track and field is there's an event for everybody. Doesn't matter if they're tall, short, big or small, fast or not. Everyone can excel at something during a track meet. But it takes all of those different kinds of people doing their part for the entire team to come out on top. That kind of inclusiveness makes you wonder how much better this world would look if we had more track and field athletes in it. I just know that I'm proud to be here to celebrate all of your incredible achievements from this past year. So what do you say we hand out some awards? Here are your honorees for the Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Mincy Stiff of Brentwood Academy.
Mincy Stiff claimed 2 individual throwing titles, crushed a 37-year-old state record, and still walked away from the Division II 2A Track and Field Championship feeling that she had more in her. The good news? Fans have 2 more years to watch her try. Stiff's shot put heave of 48 feet 11.5 inches made her Tennessee's all-time event and state record holder. She also won the state's discus title in a landslide and should be challenging that record for many years to come.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Mincy. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Christian Langlois of Bearden High School.
Sprinter Christian Langlois was lightning fast at the large class state track and field meet, breaking a long-standing record while grabbing a pair of individual titles. The Bearden High School senior hit 10.43 in the 100-meter dash, clipping a state record that had stood for 40 years. Langlois also won the 200-meter championship, giving him the state's best time in both events.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Christian.
When Alex Morgan steps onto the field, it's game on. She has thrived on soccer's biggest stages with a knack for late-game heroics. Her goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to the gold medal.
Wow. She went on to win the World Cup in 2014 and then again in 2019 as the team's co-captain. But you know, Fonz, she made just about as many headlines for off the pitch. This new soccer hero mom is an activist, a businesswoman, a philanthropist, actor, and best-selling author. Time even named her among the 100 most influential people in 2019.
Wow, she's an absolute game changer for sure. And she's here to honor some future game changers following in her footsteps.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I'm so happy to be here to help honor soccer excellence at the high school level. This ball has taken me around the world several times over. I've met some of my idols and icons because of it. I have some of my best friends because of it. I met my husband with it. I hope to coach my beautiful baby girl in the beautiful game one day with it. But it's not like this ball gave me any of those things. It made me work for them. thousands of hours of work, and a lot of those hours in high school. If you see your name tonight anywhere in this show, it means you're good at your sport, but it also means you aren't afraid to work. And that's good, because anything worth having is worth working for. So let's see who's put in the work. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Soccer Player of the Year is Caroline Betts of Christ Presbyterian Academy.
Junior forward Caroline Betts may hit an unbelievable 200 goals before hanging up her soccer cleats after another season of gaudy production. She scored 39 goals and added more than 30 assists for CPA, earning All-South Region and All-State honors. While she still has another year to worry high school defenders, she'll be making her mark on the Division I landscape soon as a commit to Vanderbilt University.
Congrats on being the best in the state, Caroline. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Male Soccer Player of the Year is G. Vivaldini of McCallie School.
Midfielder and forward Guy Vavaldini is the latest in a long line of great McCallie School players. The top threat on a perennial state championship contender, Vavaldini was a reigning All-America selection entering the season and proved why, with 14 goals and 7 assists. He ended his high school career with 41 goals and 23 assists. Vavaldini, who won Gatorade's 2021 Tennessee Player of the Year, will continue to the next level on a D1 scholarship at the University of North Carolina.
Congratulations on being the best in the state.
TJ Watt here. Don't even think about moving. Football awards are coming up soon. No, really, don't move. I've been known to stop a few folks.
Dude, we're hosting the National Award Show for high school sports soon.
Yeah, dude. I know. And dude, just try not to drop the ball.
You know I'm not dropping the ball.
How y'all doing, Tennessee? I see you celebrating your student athletes from Beale Street all the way to Rocky Top. So keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. And now back to Seth and Fonz to get us going with more awards.
If you find yourself crossing the middle of Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, be prepared for a heck of a greeting. Trent Jordan, TJ Watt, is the youngest member of an NFL family dynasty, joining brothers JJ and Derek playing for the Shield. Drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017, TJ became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in over 3 decades. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist, giving him plenty to talk about at family dinners. Today, he's helping us present the award for the best defensive football player in the state.
Defensive Football Player of the Year, presented by the Tennessee Titans.
Hey guys, TJ Watt here. Defensive players are always trying to make an impact. But our jobs keep getting tougher because offenses get more and more complex every year. And I'm not just talking about the NFL. I see schemes in high school games these days that were groundbreaking plays on Sundays just a season ago. But you guys have been up to the challenge. In fact, the reason offenses are more inventive is because you guys are figuring out their plan at an even faster rate. So if you do happen to get beat by some crazy play, don't hang your head. Take it as a compliment. And then the next time they run it, make that impact, both figuratively and literally. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are And the Tennessee Defensive Football Player of the Year is Prince Colley of David Crockett High School.
Prince Colley recorded more than 100 tackles in his senior season and won the nation's Butkus Award, given annually to the top linebacker in the country. This four-star recruit also helped the Pioneers on offense, adding more than 1,500 yards as a running back. Ranked the number 5 outside linebacker nationally and Tennessee's number 2 overall recruit, Colley will continue his football career in the fall with a scholarship from Notre Dame.
Congratulations, Prince.
They say the only way to follow a legend is to become one yourself. After backing up Brett Favre for 3 seasons, Aaron Rodgers took the helm and never looked back. In 2010, he won the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl MVP honors, and has consistently been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL over the last decade, holding the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the 3rd MVP trophy of his illustrious career.
Offensive Football Player of the Year, presented by the Tennessee Titans.
Hey guys, Aaron Rodgers here with the distinct honor of handing out some of your football awards. You know, I have a lot of fond memories from playing high school football, and quite a few that involve one of the great inventions of our game, the huddle. It is the quintessential us versus them unit. You are literally putting your heads together to come up with a solution to a problem as a team. You make up your plan, pick your snap count, which in essence is a secret code, then you try to execute that plan. But once the ball is snapped, that plan can change in an instant. So I hope you're enjoying your time playing, and you will find it is good training for the road ahead. But you won't find anything quite as special as that huddle in high school football. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Offensive Football Player of the Year is Dallin Hayden of Christian Brothers High School.
After an amazing junior season, one that saw him eclipse 2,000 rushing yards, the buzz around Dallin Hayden of Christian Brothers High School in Memphis is palpable. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oregon, and Tennessee have made the short list of schools for Tennessee's reigning Division II 3A Mr. Football Award winner. Here's why. Hayden went 7 straight games with more than 200 yards rushing and finished the season with 24 touchdowns.
Congratulations, Dallin. You are the best in the state of Tennessee.
They don't call Team USA wrestler Kyle Snyder Captain America for nothing. In 2016, he became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He later helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years.
Simply an amazing athlete. He ended his college career as the first and only wrestler to win the NCAA, world and Olympic titles as a college athlete. Wow. And he's here to present the awards in wrestling.
Hey guys, Kyle Snyder. In wrestling, you need physical strength to be successful, but you need a tremendous inner strength to be great. You have to have a lot of faith in yourself. There is nowhere to hide out on the mat. No teammate can come help you. No coach can call a timeout to draw up a new strategy. It may be lonely out there, but it is also very empowering. It forces you to dig deeper, try harder, and hold on just a little bit longer. It helps show you what you can do. It is a wonderful gift that will keep on giving long after your last match. Here are your honorees for the Female Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Female Wrestler of the Year is Shelby Zacharias of Creekwood High School.
For the second consecutive year, Shelby left the mat at the end of the season as a state champion. The Creekwood senior won again at the 170-pound division and finished the year a perfect 24-0. An all-state pick from a year ago as a junior, Shelby was one of 2 girls state champions from the Dixon County area. Her winning performance at the USA Girls Folk Style National Championship was a sign of things to come as the senior rolled to another superb season.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Shelby. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are... And the Tennessee Male Wrestler of the Year is... Alex Whitworth.
Forget just wrestling. Alex Whitworth will go down as one of the Macaulay School's most decorated athletes in recent history, period. The senior won his 5th consecutive individual state title, winning a Division II 170-pound state championship in dominant fashion with a 19-3 technical fall victory. Whitworth was named Division II's most outstanding wrestler after his performance. The senior, who first made varsity as a 106-pounder in 8th grade, plans to continue his wrestling career next year at Harvard University.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Alex.
Softball icon Jennie Finch first caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona Wildcats to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage helping lead Team USA to gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would collect a silver medal in Beijing and have a sterling pro career on her way to National Softball Hall of Fame. Jennie's focusing on family now, but still serves as an ambassador for the sport, holding camps across the country, including her very own softball academy in Flemington, New Jersey. A leader and supporter of the next generation of softball superstars, Jennie Finch joins us to announce the best softball players in the state.
Hey everyone, Jennie Finch here with a tip of the cap to all you softball players out there. It is such a great sisterhood, and I am so proud to be a part of it with you all. As you go through life, you'll always be running into fellow softball players, at your job, at parties, and yes, eventually, even at your own kids' school functions. They'll all be well-versed in rally caps and walk-offs, rain delays and double plays, shagging flies, and those oh-so-long bus rides. They'll have run a few miles in your cleats, usually one base at a time. So congrats to all the finalists here today. But as cliche as it sounds, you are all already winners. There is one thing in this world you can never have enough of, and that's friends. And thanks to softball, you will always have some ready to get your back. And nobody can take that away from you. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Softball Player of the Year is Caitlin Riley of Jefferson County High School.
Ole Miss softball signee Caitlin Riley dominates in the pitcher's circle and at the plate for Jefferson County to be named the Tennessee Softball Player of the Year. Riley finished the season 18-3 with 235 strikeouts and a 0.37 ERA for Jeff County. She also hit .567 at the plate with 9 doubles, 11 home runs, 33 RBIs, and 42 runs scored to help Jefferson County reach the Class AAA Regionals 2 years after leading her team to a state championship.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Caitlin.
Fonzarelli.
Yes.
How many teams did you play for in your career?
I played for 4 different teams over 11 years.
Wow. That's not unusual. Now, Chipper Jones' career, that's unusual. The Braves selected him with the #1 overall pick in 1990. and they never let him go. He was the cornerstone of a dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title in 1995. 2 Silver Slugger awards, a batting title, a National League MVP, all during his 19 seasons in Atlanta.
Wow. We are lucky to have this Hall of Famer here to announce the state's best baseball players of the year.
Hey everyone, just want to lend my voice to the chorus of congratulations you've been receiving for all your hard work under trying conditions. Baseball is the quintessential American game with roots going all the way back to the mid-1800s. They were playing on diamonds decades before the plane, the automobile, or even the light bulb was invented. And now you guys are carrying the sport into the future, mixing tried and true practices with new technologies and analytics to bring these games into the 21st century and beyond. Nothing warms the heart of an old baseball guy like me than to see you all out there every spring. So keep rounding those bases, heading for home. Maybe one day down the road, you'll be the one handing out these awards to another generation of baseball players. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Tennessee Baseball Player of the Year is Cooper Kinney of Baylor High School.
Cooper Kinney led Baylor School to its 3rd consecutive state championship and earned the state's Division II AA Mr. Baseball Award. The infielder hit over .450 with 9 homers, driving in nearly 50 runs. He entered the season with considerable accolades, earning All-American status from Baseball America, and his senior year performance pushed him up MLB draft boards ahead of the July draft. But he's currently signed with the University of South Carolina.
Congratulations, Cooper, and best of luck at South Carolina.
Hey, wanna have some fun with you. Basketball is awards coming up.
Are you guys hungry? Yeah. All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so
Enjoy.
much. All right, cheers, guys. Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right? You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
Fonzarelli, you know what made KG, Kevin Garnett, so special?
What's that?
The guy never took a playoff. He was fiercely competitive. He was the tremendous leader, and he was a winning player. He was the guy that if he was on your team, you had a chance to have great success because he set the standard.
Indeed, Seth. I had the great privilege of playing with him in 2000. After coming home from the Olympics, he needed a little blow to kind of get his legs back under him. He wouldn't take a break. He jumped right into training camp with us, went through the whole process. That's a leader of a team.
He's a leader and a winning player. Named Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, Kevin Garnett was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in 2 decades.
Wow. 15-time All-Star, also earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors, as well as an NBA championship and an Olympic gold medal.
KG retired after 21 seasons as the all-time NBA leader in defensive rebounds and joined Karl Malone and Kareem as the only players to amass 25,000 points, 14,000 rebounds, and 5,000 assists during their careers.
And now, to switch it up a bit, instead of taking home the title, he'll take his turn at announcing the best in the state. Here's the one and only KG.
Hi, this is KG, and I want to say congratulations to all the honorees out there. Our game is growing more popular every day. You can see it all in the international kids in the NBA. You can see it in the highlight clips of the kids from around the world on YouTube. Some of the stuff seeing is just absolutely crazy and mind-blowing. I mean, we did some cool things back in the day, but these kids these days are taking it to a whole nother level. This all starts right here at home with you guys. Y'all are the heart and soul of our game. So it doesn't matter if it's in the gym or in the blacktop or in the backyard. All that hard work you do when nobody's watching pays off in moments like this, when everybody is watching. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and Tennessee's Female Basketball Player of the Year is Jelani Cambridge of Ensworth School.
Ensworth point guard Jelani Cambridge had a monster freshman season that saw her average 19.4 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. She won her first Division II 2A Miss Basketball Award. The only question now is how many more could she win in the future?
Congratulations on being the best in the state, Jelani. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Male Basketball Player of the Year for Tennessee is B.J. Edwards of Knoxville Catholic High School.
B.J. Edwards is the state's best after winning Tennessee's Mr. Basketball Award and leading Knoxville Catholic to the Division II 2A state semifinals. One of the top point guard recruits in the country, Edwards averaged 20 points per game and shot 52% from the floor. He'll enter his senior year with more than 1,600 career points on his resume.
Congratulations on being the best in the state, BJ.
Hey everybody, it's Sue Bird here. You know I love to see some strong girls making a statement and pushing the bar higher. So I'm super pumped to be part of this show where we see so many young athletes doing just that. Coming up soon, the finalist and top award for the Female Athlete of the Year, presented by yours truly.
So, Fonzarelli, I don't know if you remember this about me, but I spent a bit of time on the bubble, and eventually it put me on the hot seat. You know, the one where everyone has an opinion on whether you're king of the world or you're not exactly the brightest guy in the room.
Right. Of course. The head honcho, the drill sergeant, the supreme ruler, the mentor, the soul crusher. Yeah, you know the coach.
That's a role that requires some thick skin and a little bit of grace under pressure.
Our next award gives some love to these men and women who put themselves in the line of fire in order to lead young adults to greatness, create memories for entire communities, and leave lasting legacies that remain long after they've left the job.
So it's no surprise we have one of those legends here to help us shine a spotlight on the top high school coaches in Tennessee.
The new head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars has found success at every stop in his coaching career, including a national championship for both Florida and Ohio State.
Here he is, the legendary Urban Meyer.
It's always an honor when you're asked to be part of recognizing tremendous coaches at any level. It is even more special when it's for high school coaches. The traditional image of a crotchety old guy blowing a whistle and talking X and O's just doesn't hold up in today's world. For starters, there are tons of amazing female coaches doing amazing things at the high school level. And sure, coaches are still in charge of instruction of a given sport, but it's not about the whistle around their neck. It's about all the hats they wear. a coach, a teacher, mentor, confidant, mother or father figure, and sometimes simply a friend. It is one of the hardest yet most rewarding professions there is, and nobody did it better than our Coach of the Year. And the finalists for the Coach of the Year are
Coach Larry Nesbitt led CPA's baseball team to a state championship. Brad Woolsey led the Greenville boys basketball team to its first ever state championship. Coach Kerry Yurdy guided Briarcrest Volleyball to its third consecutive state title.
And the Tennessee Coach of the Year is Brad Woolsey, the boys basketball coach at Greenville High School.
A historic season for Greenville boys basketball ended with a state championship. Now it's head coach Brad Woolsey taking home the state's Coach of the Year honors. Greenville won its first ever state championship, a dramatic 47-46 win over Jackson Southside in the Class AA state finals after Connor DeBusk swished an open three-pointer from the wing with less than 10 seconds left to give Greenville a 2-point lead at the time. Under Woolsey, the Green Devils went 31-6, and its two top scorers, Jacoby Gillespie and Reed Satterfield, blossomed into two of the top names in the state. Gillespie was a Mr. Basketball finalist and MVP of the Class AA state tournament. Both he and Satterfield earned first-team All-State honors. And the best news for Woolsey? The duo is eligible to return again next year as Greenville mounts a title defense. Woolsey has coached Greenville since 2010 and is also the school's athletic director.
Congratulations, Coach, on your historic season. Now, let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year.
Austin East Boys Soccer won their first soccer state championship in school history. Bartlett High School Boys Track won the large Division I TSSAA state championship. The Brentwood High School Volleyball team extended its dynasty, capturing a state record 8th consecutive Class 3A state championship.
And the Tennessee Team of the Year is the Brentwood High School Volleyball team.
The Brentwood High School volleyball program extended its dynasty this season after rallying behind its legendary coach. Barbara Campbell was hospitalized for 2 weeks after suffering a stroke, and she was away from her Lady Bruins until their final game, which Brentwood won in 3 sets to capture a state record 8th consecutive Class 3A state title. For Brentwood's nationally renowned program, it's the 16th state championship overall. Campbell's health scare served as an inspirational lift for the Bruins, who left a golden crown in her traditional space on the bench during matches and maintained their usual high level of play under assistant coaches Angie Noble and Kathy Cram. Brentwood went 12-0 in league play and 38-3 overall. The Bruins also followed the lead of their dedicated senior class, led by Alabama-bound outside hitter and now 2-time Tennessee Gatorade Player of the Year, Shea Eggleston. Senior Mary Oldham locked down the middle of the net and was another top server. And Haley Sanders was a defensive stalwart with 485 digs. It all added up to another memorable run by one of the country's best teams.
Congratulations, ladies. Way to rally and make Coach Campbell proud during these difficult times.
We've seen so many amazing athletes. I mean, Tennessee really does produce some players, right?
Right. So now it's time to announce the best among all of these male and female athletes of the year.
Let's start with the ladies.
How about Sue Bird? 18 years in the WNBA with Seattle.
11-time All-Star, 4-time WNBA champion.
4-time Olympic gold medalist with Team USA.
2002 National Player of the Year at UConn.
Unbelievable. 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award at UConn as the nation's top point guard.
Wow. 2-time national champion at UConn, 2000 and 2002. To give us an assist with announcing the Female Player of the Year, we have the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Female Athlete of the Year, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans of Tennessee.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. You know, it wasn't all that long ago that the idea of putting the words female and Athlete of the Year next to each other would have seemed strange to a lot of people. But the true benefits you get from sports have never been gender specific. The lessons they teach are just as important. The skills they instill, just as valuable. The bonds they form, just as enriching for women as they are for men. It's taken some time and a lot of effort to get to the point where those truths have become self-evident for most. There are still some minds that need changing. Luckily, these competitive young women are doing their part to do just that. Each one of our finalists have already proven themselves in their own sport. Now it's time to find out who of these queens of competition will leave with the ultimate crown. Female Athlete of the Year.
Shea Eggleston, Tennessee's Volleyball Player of the Year. Graduated with a 4.0 and will play for Alabama. Jenna Hutchins, the nation's fastest runner in the 3,200 and 5,000 meter races, will continue her career at Brigham Young University. Virginia commit Gretchen Walsh is one of the most decorated high school swimmers in state history.
And the Female Athlete of the Year for the state of Tennessee is Gretchen Walsh of Harpeth Hall High School.
After completing one of the most decorated high school swimming careers in Tennessee state history, Gretchen Walsh has her sights on a new goal: qualifying for Team USA at the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games. The Harpeth Hall grad was one to watch at the U.S. team trials as the top class of 2021 female swimmer in the country. And as usual, Walsh left no doubt at the state meet, coming within 2/100ths of a second of her own national independent school record in the 50 freestyle. She won that event with the 4th fastest time ever and added the meet's best 100 free time in the combined results. Walsh capped her day by helping Harpeth Hall win gold in both the 4x50 and 4x100 free relay events. The Honey Bears finished 3rd overall in the team standing. Expected to immediately contend for NCAA championships at the Division I level, Walsh will join her older sister on the University of Virginia roster this coming fall. Known by her teammates as the Math Whiz and around school for her passion for the environment, the sky's the limit for Walsh as she pursues even greater heights in the pool.
Congratulations, Gretchen. Amazing job leading the state and breaking national records. Best of luck in Virginia.
Talk about legends. I'm sure the Male Athlete of the Year is already carving out his own legacy. But to have that announced by Shaquille O'Neal, Big Aristotle,
yes,
that is legendary.
He's feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame.
And his star power has only risen in retirement. Rapper, DJ, peace officer, businessman, analyst, actor, producer, philanthropist. He does it all, making him one of the most recognized faces on the planet. My friend and colleague, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Male Athlete of the Year, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans of Tennessee.
Hey everybody, the Big Aristotle here. I know a lot of people are watching, but I want to speak directly to the finalists for Male Athlete of the Year. Let's face it, fellas, y'all are something special. You've set yourself apart. We know you got this. Now that people know your name and the kids look up to you, you have responsibilities to the community. That's part of the gig now. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
B.J. Edwards, already one of the country's top recruits. This Knoxville Catholic junior is entering his senior year with more than 1,600 points on his resume. Memphis signee Eric Rivers is a three-sport standout in football, basketball, and track. And Vandy commit C.J. Taylor, a two-way football star and basketball standout, who was also a Mr. Football finalist.
And the Male Athlete of the Year for the state of Tennessee is Eric Rivers of McCallie High School.
College football scouts recruited Chattanooga's Eric Rivers as an athlete, and there might not be a better way to describe it. Tennessee's Male Athlete of the Year helped McCallie School repeat as Division II 2A football champions, eclipsed the 1,000 career point milestone during the winter basketball season, and in the spring, medaled in 5 events as the Blue Tornado boys celebrated their first track and field state championship in program history. The Memphis signee started at McCallie as a wide receiver, but was used all over the field, also slotting in at running back on offense, cornerback on defense, and as a kick and punt returner on special teams. In the state title game, Rivers left his mark by scoring 3 touchdowns, 1 passing and 2 rushing. On the basketball court, Rivers was an all-state point guard for the Blue Tornado, averaging 17 points per game and leading the squad to 12 wins. Then, he found success on the track, winning gold medals in both the triple jump and the 4x100 relay. He added runner-up in the high jump, 3rd in the long jump, and 4th overall in the decathlon. McCallie's first ever TSSAA Team State Championship in track and field was the perfect capstone to a brilliant senior year for Rivers.
Congratulations, Eric.
What a show. Really, congrats to all the honorees and winners here tonight.
Yes, it's been a great seeing the next generation of superstars that I hope to be talking about years to come. And to all the moms, dads, grandparents, teachers, guardians, thank you for your support and for your dedication in helping them face and conquer their challenges, whether in sport or in real life.
And one last thank you to our sponsors who made this show possible. Until next year.
We're out.
Congratulations.
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 A big congratulations
to all the high school sport awards honorees.
From the Big Shackham himself, big pat on the back.
I just want to take a moment to give some props to all the honorees of the High School Sports Awards.
Congratulations and kudos to all of the High School Sports Awards honorees.
Big props, huge congratulations to all the high school sports honorees and winners.
A big congratulations to all the High School Sports Awards honorees. Best of luck on the Big Diamond or wherever your next home plate may be.
Hey, shout out to all the kids who won something. Shout out to all the kids who was even mentioned. Shout out to all the kids who played this year. Straight up, it's a crazy year. Proud of everybody for pushing through this hard times. Congratulations to everybody that participated and to everybody who won. Yeah.